when I was like 4 or 5. I don't remember exactly when, but I would say majority of like basically all of my childhood was like in Canada. I don't exactly remember like anything when I was like in Pakistan when I was younger. I think the first time we went was like, so we came in like 2004, and the first time we visited was like 2011, I would say. I'm bad with dates, so but like somewhere around then. Like I was like around like 10 or 11. It wasn't really like, okay, let me do this. It was so I was on Instagram, and like at that time, because I was in high school, I was really, really struggling with modesty. Like I was trying to wear like modest clothes with hijab, and I was like on Instagram and on YouTube, but like I literally couldn't find anyone that would be like wearing like modest clothes with hijab, like loose clothes is like what I mean. So I was like, wow, like maybe like no one exists like that. Like maybe I should be the one. Yeah, so I was like if I'm looking for like modest like clothing and outfits and inspiration, like I bet like a lot of other girls are too, and they're like probably struggling with it. So I was like I'll try putting myself out there, and if like it goes well and like I'm good at it or something, I'll continue it. So YouTube I started after my Instagram. The very first video, it was a Q&A on my Instagram that I made. It's still up, and like when I watch it, it makes me cringe really badly, because like what was I then? But it was really, really hard. I remember recording that video. I literally knew nothing about video editing or anything of the sort. And like it was like, you know what, we're just gonna do it. Like people want to know like questions about me, so let's just answer them and like put them on. So after posting that Q&A video on Instagram, everyone was like, oh my god, you should make a channel. We want to know like more about you, about your life. So after I think like after 6 months on Instagram, I started my YouTube channel. And like the videos on there, like at first I was like, oh, I'm just making them for fun. Like I don't know if I'm going to continue this.
Right.
So making videos on YouTube, it was really fun, and like I didn't really think of it anything then, but getting onto it, like after seeing people being inspired by me and like saying, oh, like I started dressing modestly because of you, or wearing hijab because of you, I was like, wow, like I'm actually influencing people for like the good. So I was like, maybe I should continue this and see like where it takes me. It's been pretty different because I've gotten like so many opportunities, alhamdulillah, like opportunities that I would have just like dreamed of and like never had imagined. At the time that Zed started, like to be very, very honest, I was like helping him with his videos and everything, but like again, I would have like never imagined myself doing it, because I was like, I can't talk to people, like let alone talking to a camera, and like everything that he does, like I'm not as social as him. So like I never imagined myself as it, or like my family. It was just like he's doing like YouTube and everything. We're just helping him out and stuff. Yeah, that was completely different than like when my brothers got married, because it was a change for them, not really me. So when I got married, I got my nikah done at 18. So we would be able to apply for his immigration. Okay. And then I got my rukhsati done at 20. Yeah. So I was, I guess I would say like I was like really, really nervous. For my nikah, I wasn't as nervous, because I was like, oh, we're getting married, yay, it's gonna be so exciting. But then when you're like living together, you're like, oh my god, okay, they're gonna see like everything I do like all day long. They're gonna like just be there. So that was like a bit weird for me because like I don't have sisters and brothers really, like they just mind their own business. They don't really pay attention to that much. It wasn't that weird because when I was like around 16, 17, I went to Pakistan to study O levels and just learn more about my culture because I literally didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I lived with my cousins there and they taught me like basically everything, how to be like a desi. So going back for my wedding was exciting because I was like, oh my God, we're going to Pakistan. Like I can like buy like the traditional clothes and like eat the food and stuff. So I was excited, not really nervous. Yeah, like you have a lot of cousins and I feel like there's just like more happening. For my Ruxti, it was like the most difficult wedding shopping I've ever done in my entire life because it was like May. It was really hot outside. It was Ramadan then, so we were fasting, and we had like a month to do everything. So yeah, it was fun. If you like, if I look back on it, it was fun, but like then experiencing it, it was really hectic. I was the opposite. I was like, okay, we're gonna have everything color coordinated. I'm gonna be wearing navy blue. I ended up wearing like olive green. And like so many things went wrong because it was such a short time and then I was stressed and then there was like fasting going on and it was like extremely hot. And like if you know in Pakistan like the light goes out so you don't have electricity and it's like really really hot. So at that point I was like, you know what? Like let's just hope the wedding happens and like we're all alive. That's it. Like I don't care about anything else. Yeah, but like the dates and everything was like really rushed. So my Ruxti was I don't exactly remember the day, but like the it was like at night. And then we got free around like 1, 2 a.m. And then my Valima was the next day at 12 p.m. So I was like, yay. I went there late, but thankfully she wasn't like that mad at me.
Okay.
So she got me ready in 1 hour. I guess like it varies person to person, but I would say like the top things they should look for is like their nature, like their personality. Cause like I know people say like looks matter and they do, but like not for like all of it. Because you're not going to be living with their face, you're going to be living with their personality. I mean, looks do matter for like some part of it because you are supposed to be attracted to your partner. If you're not attracted to them, then their personality won't exactly matter to you. Growing up was, I would say, pretty difficult because when we visited Pakistan and then I came back to Canada, it was like a very big change. I was like, wow, like that world exists too. And like that world is like half of me. So it was like, wow, I didn't even know that like so many other things existed as well. And up until like grade like 3, I would say 3 or 4. I was living in Toronto and there was like a lot of like Desis and like brown people like around me. There were like basically people who moved from Pakistan to Canada like with us like a year after, like a few months after. And then moving to Brampton was a bit difficult because there weren't like as many like brown people or Desi people there. So like the clothing and like the food and like everything was just like wow, okay. And then you know how you're like brown and you go to a school that's not exactly brown. Like they basically judge you for like everything you have. Half of the time I was just trying to figure out like who I am, like living in Canada as a Pakistani, like just trying to find the middle ground basically. So like I wouldn't be like an outcast, but I wouldn't be like what you called whitewashed exactly. majority of what this pandemic has taught me is to basically like live in the moment and not like to expect a lot and like love the ones around you, because life is like really short, and like the pandemic has basically not like everyone, but like majority of us have lost a loved one to COVID. So it just reminds us that life is like really short, and just to like cherish like the people around you and like what you do, and like not to be like stressed or anything. Like don't worry about like the future, just worry about now and like what's happening like in this moment. Yeah, and like more humble. And I guess like in every situation I say that like you should be kind, and you should, because um if you look around, like alhamdulillah, we're blessed, we can stay home, we're not forced to go out or like work or like put ourselves in danger. But there are so many people that aren't able to like stay home and like protect themselves and stuff. They're like forced to go out and like make a living for themselves. I guess some of those opportunities would be being on TV in Toronto,
Oh.
and then working with like a few of my few like modest brands that like I was like wow, like a fan of.
Wow, mashallah.
Yeah.